One day, Earth will no longer be enough. Not because we want to leave, but because we have to. 4 light years away, a new world waits in silence. It does not know our name. It does not care if we survive. To reach it, we must choose how we abandon everything we've ever known. Slow, asleep, or faster than light. The slow ship carries an entire civilization inside its walls. Not passengers, citizens, farmers, engineers, teachers, children. It does not race the stars. It endures them. Nuclear fusion pushes it forward at just over 4% the speed of light. 100 years to reach Proxima Centauri b, a full century between departure and arrival. The people who step onto that ship will never step off. Their grandchildren will. Inside there are forests grown under artificial skies, rivers that flow in controlled loops, soil carefully protected like treasure. Birthdays are celebrated beneath metal ceilings. Funerals are held while stars drift silently outside reinforced glass. History is no longer something you read. It is something you live through. Cultures shift. Traditions evolve. The memory of Earth slowly becomes myth. And by the time they arrive, they are no longer the same civilization that left. They do not just reach a new world. They become a new people. But not everyone wants to grow old between the stars. Not everyone wants their children to inherit the journey. Some believe time itself can be negotiated, bent, slowed down. The second ship is smaller, faster, colder. It carries only 33 people. No cities, no generations, just specialists. Nuclear fusion burns hotter this time, pushing the vessel to 21% the speed of light. The journey takes 20 years, but for those inside, it feels like a single night. One by one, they enter their cryopods, transparent chambers no larger than coffins. Their heart rate slow. Their breathing softens. Body temperature drops carefully, precisely. Chemistry replaces consciousness. They do not dream. They do not feel the passing decades. Outside, the ship races through interstellar darkness. Inside, time barely moves. 20 years pass on Earth. Governments change. Cities expand. Children grow up. The sleepers remain untouched, suspended between departure and arrival. When the ship finally slows into orbit around Proxima Centauri b, robotic systems have already prepared a landing site. The pods begin to warm. Hearts restart their rhythm. Muscles remember gravity. Eyes open to a world no human has ever seen before. They left Earth 20 years ago. But to them, it feels like yesterday. They arrive with fresh memories, fresh culture, fresh grief for the planet they left behind. But there are only 33 of them. 33 minds, 33 bodies, a fragile beginning on an alien world. Speed has a cost. And this time the cost is numbers. Fewer hands to build, fewer voices to argue, fewer hearts to carry humanity forward. But what if speed did not have to cost anything? What if distance itself could be defeated? The third ship is almost small enough to miss. Sleek, minimal, terrifying in its ambition. It does not carry a city. It does not carry decades. It carries a breakthrough. Warp drive. The idea sounds impossible. Faster than light. Beyond Einstein. But the ship does not move through space. It moves space itself. Imagine standing still while the universe slides beneath your feet. Exotic matter forms a bubble around the vessel. Space compresses in front, expands behind. The ship rides a wave in reality. 3 days, 22 hours, 48 minutes. That is all it takes to reach Proxima Centauri b. No centuries, no frozen sleep, just departure and arrival. Inside the bubble, the crew feels nothing. No acceleration, no roaring engines. The stars outside distort, stretch, multiply. 7 astronauts sit in silence. They are not settlers. Not yet. They are witnesses, test pilots of a new era. Their life support is limited. Supplies measured in hours, not years. They are not here to stay. They are here to prove it can be done. When the warp bubble collapses, the universe snaps back into place. A red star burns ahead of them. For the first time in human history, another solar system feels close. They slow using conventional engines, drifting carefully into orbit. Below them, a world turns. Alien oceans, dark continents. It is real. They step onto its surface carrying almost nothing. A few instruments, a flag, their own fragile bodies. There are no cities waiting, no farms, no backup population, just 7 humans and a horizon that does not know their names. And yet, they arrived first. Technology did what biology could not, what patience could not. It erased the journey. But when there is no long voyage, no generations passing in the dark, what happens to the meaning of travel? If you can step across the galaxy in days, does distance still matter? Does sacrifice? The generational ship builds endurance. The cryosleep ship preserves youth. The warp ship demands mastery over reality itself. 3 ships, 3 philosophies, 3 versions of humanity. 1 patient, 1 efficient, 1 defiant. And somewhere above a red horizon, all 3 futures wait. The question is not which ship arrives. The question is, what are we willing to become to reach the stars? Do we choose patience, to carry our children across a century of darkness? Do we choose sleep, trusting chemistry to hold our fragile lives between departure and dawn? Or do we choose defiance, forcing the universe itself to bend around our ambition? Every ship changes us, long before we ever land. On the generational vessel, identity evolves slowly. Accents shift. Traditions adapt. Earth becomes a story told at bedtime, a memory preserved in digital archives. By the time they arrive, they are not emigrants. They are natives of the journey. On the cryosleep ship, culture is frozen in time. The crew wakes up carrying the same songs, the same headlines, the same unfinished conversations from 20 years ago. They step onto an alien world feeling like they just left home. But Earth has moved on without them. And on the warp ship, time never stretches at all. Departure and arrival exist in the same breath. There is no long goodbye, no transformation during the voyage, just a door opening to another star. It sounds perfect, efficient, clean, but something is missing. The journey, for thousands of years, the journey has shaped us. We crossed oceans in wooden ships, walked deserts guided by starlight, built railroads across continents. Each step took time, and time changed us. Hardship forged communities. Distance created longing. Waiting gave meaning to arrival. If we erase the waiting, what happens to the meaning? Perhaps the generational ship understands something deep and ancient. That survival is not only about speed, it is about continuity. Perhaps the cryosleep ship reflects our modern faith. That biology can be engineered. That even death-like stillness can be reversed. And perhaps the warp ship represents our refusal to accept limits. The belief that no law of physics is final. That the universe is a puzzle waiting to be solved. Maybe one day all 3 ships will depart. A slow arc carrying thousands. A silent sleeper racing ahead. A warp flash vanishing into folded space. And somewhere beneath a red sun, their descendants will meet. One shaped by patience, one shaped by preservation, one shaped by power. They will look at one another and see different versions of humanity. And maybe they will ask the same question we ask now. Was it worth it? To leave oceans behind, to trade blue skies for alien horizons? The answer may not be simple. Because exploration has never only been about survival. It has always been about possibility, about standing somewhere new and saying, we are here. We endured. We dreamed. And we arrived. One day a human child will look up at a red star in an unfamiliar sky. And to them, that world will not be Proxima Centauri b. It will simply be home. And perhaps that is the real destination, not the planet, but the moment a new world stops feeling alien. 3 paths. 1 future. The stars are waiting. The only question left, which ship would you choose?